Hey guys, it's me, Rocket, and today we just got some big news around the James Bond franchise. Many people may not care about this, but I am a massive Bond fan, and this is a pretty big update that can tell us where this franchise is going. As today, it was confirmed that the Bond producers have given creative control over to Amazon MGM, and they will now be making a lot of the decisions for this franchise going forward. So this came from Deadline, where they have published an article saying Amazon MGM Studios takes over creative control of the James Bond franchise following the new joint venture with longtime producers Michael G. Wilson and Barbara Broccoli. In the article, it basically says that the Bond producers, Michael G. Wilson and Barbara Broccoli, the people that have done every Bond film since GoldenEye, if I remember correctly, are stepping down from the creative process. Now, it is worth mentioning that they do still remain as co-owners of the series, so they aren't completely out of the picture, but going forward, most of the control will be under Amazon Studios. It is also being said that there is nothing in place at the moment for another Bond film, including who will write, direct, or even star. Amazon did have a statement. They said, "We are grateful to the late Albert R. Broccoli and Harry Saltzman for bringing James Bond to movie theaters around the world, and to Michael G. Wilson and Barbara Broccoli for their unyielding dedication and their role in continuing the legacy of the franchise that is cherished by legions of fans worldwide. We are honored to continue this treasured heritage and look forward to ushering in the next phase of the legendary 007 for audiences around the world." This isn't too surprising, especially because both Barbara and Michael have been doing this for so long. Along with that, Michael G. Wilson is getting up there in age, and even in a statement from Barbara Broccoli, she states that Michael is planning on retiring. So something like this was eventually going to happen. Amazon was definitely the clear option. They bought MGM back in 2021, so they would definitely have a say on Bond in the future. But I gotta admit to you, I'm a little conflicted on this. I really don't know how I feel about Amazon leading the James Bond franchise. I don't know how official these are, but a while ago there was like a report going around that the Bond producers and Amazon were butting heads, with the Broccolis wanting to stay in theaters only, meanwhile Amazon wanted to do spin-offs. And we have seen Amazon do this recently with the Boys franchise, making multiple spin-offs. Now, do we have faith in those? Yes, but let's just be honest. Did we really need a show like Gen V? Not really. It was a good show, don't get me wrong, and I'm not saying Bond spin-offs are a terrible idea, but to me, Bond is one of those franchises that just works better in the theaters. Look at Star Wars. They haven't had a film in theaters for so long and have relied on streaming to keep the IP alive, which would be fine. Having Star Wars shows is also not a bad thing, but the problem is, like James Bond, Star Wars just works better in the theaters. Because when it comes to new films from Star Wars or Marvel or Jurassic Park as some examples, when they drop new films, it feels like an event. I mean, we got a new Jurassic World movie coming up, and it looks like a lot of fun, and I love that it's bringing back the horror elements. And once that drops, you know it's going to be big. Maybe not as big as some people are saying, but it's going to be big. Like, there's no denying that. It would be wild to say it wouldn't. Same goes for James Bond. When a new movie comes out, it feels big, and by the time it actually drops, it's going to be an event. By the time it actually drops, at the earliest 2027, but that's very optimistic. So, I'm just not sure how I feel about making Bond spin-offs. I'm not sure if that's the way to go. With that said, I am a big fan of a lot of what Amazon has done over the years. The Boys is one of my favorite superhero shows out there, and other shows they've done like Fallout or Marvelous Mrs. Maisel are fantastic. So I'll definitely give them benefit of the doubt until I'm proven wrong. I think there is a lot of reason to be concerned with this in some ways, because Bond works better in the theaters, and if they just make multiple spin-offs, it doesn't really feel that special anymore. It doesn't feel like an event like it could. If anything goes south, or if this goes well, we're just gonna have to wait and see. But that's basically all we got for right now. As always, I want to hear from what you guys think. What do you guys think of this? Do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing? And what do you want to see from the next James Bond film? Me personally, I would love to see it set in the 60s. That's something I've always wanted to see. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss future videos. Thanks for tuning in, and till next time, take care.